everybody. It's Jerry David here, your National Image Competition Chair, giving you a quick lesson on how to enter image competition. This is lesson number 1, and it is on using the portal for entry that's located on the PPOC website, ppOC.ca. To get started, once you go to the portal, this is what should pop up. If this doesn't pop up, then you know you're in the wrong area. It will say 2018 in 2018. I'm using the old one right now to show you. So I don't believe there's going to be any changes, but if there are, I will redo this video, or you can call me at 403-816-9935 or send me an email at geraldpdavid@me.com. So obviously the first thing you're going to be doing here is you're going to be entering your name. Best to enter the one that you have registered with head office, your email, and it's actually a good thing I'm typing all this stuff because now you have all my data if you have any questions. Alright, under entry type, unless you're a student, I'll go through that in a different video, but if you're a PPOC member, you click here. Of course, you need to be accredited to enter National Salon. You enter your member ID here, and remember, even though there's a hyphen on your sheet and everywhere else, you don't put a hyphen here. So here's mine. I recommend you put yours, don't put mine. I'm going to be entering, the first thing I'm going to be doing is entering images. These first 2 check boxes, if you're a newly accredited member who's never entered Salon before, you are a first-time image person, you click here. If you're an accredited member who's entered before, then you would click here. And I'm going to click on that one. As soon as you click on that, my images may be used for promotional purposes by PPOC with photo credit. We do respect this. I always click yes. It'll always, we understand that the photographer always owns the copyright. You can read the terms and conditions. We are not Facebook, and we're not stealing your images from you, or we're not other image competitions where, you know, as soon as you click that button, we take ownership of your images, like some of the real estate companies are doing. Press release language, very critical here. In my case, I'm going to put English, and again, we do respect this and follow this. I agree to be bound by the terms and conditions. Please read it. I've read them before, so yes, I do. Now, here's where it gets critical. I'm going to take everything off the screen except this part for images. This image is eligible for affiliate scoring. What that means is that your image has competed in your regional image competition and has scored a merit or excellence. All right, that's where you would click yes. If it hasn't, you would not click yes. So say you entered, you live in Alberta, you entered the Alberta image competition, you got a merit, click. Wonderful. You entered the Manitoba one, you live in Manitoba, it's your regional salon, you got an excellence, click yes. You entered Saskatchewan and you hadn't accepted, don't click yes. You entered British Columbia, you got an excellence, but you live in Manitoba, do not click yes. Simple as that. If you have any questions, give me a call. Understand your classes. I see this happen a lot where people do not have the right classes associated with their pictures, they get their judging order, and then we're making a lot of changes. Please understand, with 800 images, we try to do the best customer service we can, but we'd love your help here at this level to make it so that we don't have to do quite as much. Oh, there we go, my NHL.com weekly top 5. All right, image 1 class. I'm not quite sure the images I'm going to be using for this, so I'm going to probably just go to one of my old folders, but I'm going to pretend I know. All right, so I know that mine is going to be in pictorial floral. Image 1 title. Okay, listen to me here. What you type here is what you want to be read. Period. Just the image title. We do not want your member number. We do not want the file name. If you put the file name in, I'm going to be contacting you. You want to type in here, I'm going to give you an example. Say you have an image that has a question mark at the end, you type the question mark here, all that kind of stuff. So how about what's for dinner? question mark. Okay, so that was an image that was in one of the image competitions that I've worked on. So this will get read as what's for dinner. So stuff like that's really important. If you have something that's challenging, so I've seen this, okay, this, people might have difficulty pronouncing the city here. It's a city in Vietnam. So please, possibly, if you want it to be read properly, you can type in pronunciation with quotation marks here. Now, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, and apologies to the maker whose image name I'm remembering, but this would get, because they would see the quotation marks and the brackets, this would get read as Hamong ladies. Whereas if it didn't have that, somebody may not, they might not pronounce it right. You see what I'm getting at? That's all you need to put here. Do not go like this. Okay, don't put that in. I'm going to have to change it. Yeah, please don't. So in this case, I can't remember the folder I have. I'm going to go see if I have it open. Perhaps I do. Nope. And I'm going to go to, let's see what I've got here. If I've got some stuff. Yeah, I've got some stuff here. So let's see what I can do here. So I'm going to go to this folder. So this one's called Mountain Peaks. Okay, here's an interesting one. I called this one Mountain Peaks. Okay. Now you notice that I spelt peaks incorrectly if it was a true mountain peak, but I'm trying to name it so that somebody understands what my thought was when I took the image. I might put peaks in quotation marks here, so it might get read as mountain peaks. Somebody might put the emphasis here. All right, I've got my title right. I'm going to go choose my file. All right, here I go. Off I go, and I find Mountain Peaks. Okay, really critical here. I'm going to stay on this right here. Can you see this name? This is the name according to all the rules that we've had in place for many, many, many moons. On a Mac, you're going to see this, and it's going to show member number -1 underscore and then Mountain Peaks. This particular setup here is really important for us to be able to match things in the database, so please try really hard to get this naming right. Here's also the point where you can start checking your dimensions. As you can see here, 5120 by 2880. Note that the DPI at this point don't matter, all right? So you don't have to put anything in here. If you want to help the person who is doing the digital ribbons at the national level, you can put everything as 300 DPI because that's what we need in order to make things look good as on the digital ribbons and have everything match up when we run our scripts. Okay, so I'm going to click open, and what you're going to see here is you're going to say, it says choose file. The file is now there. JPEG file is only 6 megabyte size limit. I should have checked that earlier. The 6 megabyte size limit has to do with our total upload, and I'm going to run some other videos to show you how to accomplish this in both Lightroom and Photoshop. But right now, I'm just going to assume you have that size limit. And I'm also going to show you how to do this and have it maximized. In the past, we've said, oh, just do a JPEG 8. Well, you don't need to do that for a lot of your pictures. You can actually run it as a JPEG 12 if it's not color dense or if it's black and white. Okay, in this case, the image orientation, horizontal. The expectation for this, because I understand it's different with some competitions, is if you're a 5120 by 2880, you're horizontal. If you are a 2880 by 5120, you're vertical. All right? If your building is vertical but you're on a horizontal mat, that is not a vertical picture. That's still a horizontal picture. All right, so you go through and you do the same thing with all your images. Is this one eligible? Again, I've explained how to go about that, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to go choose a file here. Again, I'm going to stick with these. I'm sorry, it takes me a while. I obviously haven't prepared myself. This one's actually called One Cross Many Stories. I look 5120 by 2880. The image is 3.4 megabytes. I put it in there. It wasn't pressed. It's going to be pictorial floral. How do I want this read? Well, I want a pause between the two things. So I'm going to say One Cross Many Stories. So when someone sees that comma, they're going to read this. One cross, many stories. Okay? I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to put in the 2 images. Add-ons. I wish to order an audio critique. I can't say enough about how much work people put into the audio critiques. Last year, we had a lot of people who were very pleased with the reviews they got from judges. You have a couple of judges sit in a room, they go over your pictures, and they give you a lot of great feedback. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Pre-ordering the Inspiration Salon book. This is great, a great time to make that decision. Yeah, it's a beautiful book. They do a great job. All right, if I clicked here, as you can see, there's my total down there. I'll add $40 there. I'll ask for it in English. Yes, we have some French judges. And I wish to pre-order the Inspiration book, one of them, so everything starts popping up down here in the total, okay? There's generally no promotional code. However, if we have an early entry this year, we may change some things where there could be a promotional code for early entry versus having to change the pricing, but we'll let you know. But at this point, no promotional code. Okay, I'm going to click proceed to payment at this point. At this point, you are going to get taken to a PayPal screen. Really, really critical here. I'm not going to actually click on this because you'll go to my PayPal screen and you'll see my ID and my password. But when you click on proceed to payment, depending on when you're entering, if you're close to the end of the, like you're 20 minutes away from the end of entry, this can take quite a bit of time. It can take 5 minutes. It can take 10 minutes. It can also crash. All right. So be prepared for that. I mean, I highly recommend you give yourself, I would say at least, as you can see, it's an easy process, but give yourself a half hour easily. And try not to enter at the last minute if you can avoid it. As soon as you click proceed to payment, you're going to wait. The PayPal screen is going to pop up, okay? If you hit the PayPal screen level, your images have now been sent to me, okay, to put into the database. Your payment is not complete yet. If you cancel out of the PayPal screen, it's going to show up as payment incomplete, and we're going to come after you for payment. If it at the PayPal screen, of course, you have to complete it to get to that level of payment. Please contact me if you have any issues here, and please know that if you contact me 1 minute away from the from entering and there's a ton of problems, yes, we're going to allow you to go in, but no, we are not going to allow you not to buy us a beer at the image competition gala, because you're making our life difficult. I'm just being funny here, but seriously, it's really good to give yourself some time, and it's really good to make this work. Okay, I hope that helps everybody. Again, under the title that you're typing here, the title as you want it read. Choose your files, do everything properly. I hope this helps you guys. Thanks so much, and there will be more videos on their way up.